What's up, everyone? Zach here, coming at you with another disturbing film review, this time The Coffee Table, directed by Kay Casas. This one caught me off guard. It's a weird, disturbing, intriguing little film from Spain, and I watched it pretty much because I was like, The Coffee Table, what the fuck? Came across it by pure happenstance while scrolling mindlessly looking for another weird little movie to watch to add to the ever-growing database in my head of just disturbing, odd shit. So I figured, okay, the title alone, whether I love it or hate it, it's kind of like, hey, did you see The Coffee Table? Or, yo, The fucking Coffee Table. Figured it would be one of those ones that'd be a little bit fun just to kind of have in the old Rolodex, if you will. So I watched it completely on a whim, knowing absolutely nothing. And I got to tell you guys, this is one of the biggest surprises, I'd say, I've seen this year so far, because it is the absolute definition of one small decision can change everything, done in mostly some of the best ways possible. It's brief, it's to the point, it is centered around our two main characters, Jesus and Maria, who are looking to furnish the new apartment, and they are considering the idea of purchasing a coffee table. She doesn't like it, he likes it, and I'll basically leave it at that. What's to come pretty much is a chain of events that you just simply will not see coming at all whatsoever. I had no idea where this movie was going. I didn't know anything about it beyond what the synopsis said on Prime Video. So this is one I'm going to highly recommend everyone check out, just because of how just odd it is, how surprisingly entertaining it is, and depending on how dark your sense of humor is, you'll either find this disturbing in some ways, comedic in others, maybe a mixture of both. That's kind of where I felt with it. And it's just a good, weird little time that ended up being one of the most pleasant surprises I think I've had this year. And definitely one of the more intriguing entries I think I can put into the more disturbing, quote-unquote, lists. This is by no means like some gore fest. It's not going to scare the shit out of you, nothing like that. But it explores subject matter that is thought-provoking, dark, as I mentioned, oftentimes comedic in its own weird little way. And it's an experience that I've recommended to probably 3 or 4 people now, and all of them have had some of the most entertaining reactions I think that have been sent back my way from a film recommendation in quite some time. So it's something I'm going to highly encourage you all check out if you're just kind of like, hey, I got like an hour and a half or so to kind of kill. I'm in the mood for something a little potentially challenging, a little more dark, something that's a little more out there. This is that one right there. It's something I'd love to give a little more insight into. I just don't want to spoil too much, because it really is one of those, the less you know, the better. But in terms of the positive, the performances all around are highly entertaining. Everyone brings something, their own sizzle to the table. It has tense moments. It has moments that will have you cracking up. Again, if you're a little bit weirdo, kind of like me a little bit. And some ludicrous ones. It has dramatic shit in there. I mean, it's all over the place in terms of tonality. It's, again, if this is one you kind of watch with a group with 10 people, you're probably going to get 10 different reactions to it. And whether they love or hate it, it's going to be something I think you would sit around maybe a coffee table and pour a drink, or just eat some food, or just dissect the shit out of it, because it's just one of those weird little releases. So it's one I highly recommend you guys check out, and I know this is one of my shorter reviews. I usually like to be a little more in-depth, and I really try to review these ones after I see them. If I'm still reeling or buzzing from it, that's kind of why you get the excitedness I'm kind of throwing at you, and kind of like the ampness that from after seeing it, because it's just something I really want to do it while it's fresh in my mind, and just kind of like, right, hey, I just finished it here, so I feel here are my thoughts. So again, you want a weird little flick, check it out. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Wanted to keep it spoiler free, and after you guys check it out, please let me know if you loved, hated, indifferent. But I think this is going to be one of those ones that you fall either on one side or the other. And I personally love films like that are very divisive, because I'm always optimistic I'm going to fall on the side of loving it. But if you hate it, it's kind of fun to bash it too, and just get into like a little debate with it. So that's definitely one of those. Definitely a little sleeper hit. Check this shit out. I think you guys will like it. Peace.